What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of Soapbox. It's your boy, OMH, Old Man Henley, aka Mr. Savage. Bringing you back another episode this week. I'm glad you guys tuned in, whoever's tuning in, just to hear me run my mouth, man. Actually, a lot of people been feeling what's been going on week after week, and I've been liking it too. Actually excited to do it. So, we're gonna dip into another week of community. Another week of G.I. Joe, and another week of a hot topic, and also pickups. I got a few pickups that I had this week, man. So if you haven't been here before, that's pretty much what this show is about. It's all based off toys, though. Action figures is all through it. Action figure photography is all through it. Just action figure ideas with a little bit of splish splash of pop culture, which we're all kind of fond with, man. So let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into community. And actually, on the first thing on community this week, this is a picture I've been meaning to put up for almost about 3 weeks, and it's a Sega Genesis cartridge, and I believe it dubs spent a few dollars on it, picked it up anyways because I don't even have a Genesis. Which I can totally understand that. And this game right here, this X-Men game, this had to have been 1993 for me on Sega Genesis. I played it. I can still remember some of the sound bites in my head from the stages, especially Savage Land. It had like some weird like drums, like I remember that. And Mojo World had like some type of rock and roll song. But basically, make a long story short, I can remember the sound bites. And this game was very dope. It was hard too. I think at certain stages, I really couldn't get past it, man. But this is collecting 101. This is collecting stuff that you cannot buy in a store. I have a Sega Genesis box found in a trailer that me and my father demolished. We had a demolition job. And this box was untouched. And it's in my garage now. And I kept it. You can't pay for that type of stuff. And I totally feel you. I would have picked it up anyway, too. I don't have a Sega Genesis. I wish I could find that cartridge. Alright, this is a site I pretty much found on my Facebook, one of those hip-hop sites, don't get me the line. It's probably up there in the picture you see here. But it says, rank these duos. You got Ghostface and Ray, you got Styles and Kiss, and then you have Meth and Red, and then you got my boys Mobb Deep. So my rankings is, first of all, you gotta go with Ghostface and Ray. I wouldn't necessarily say they inspired all these guys, but one of these guys actually in a group with them, and the other two, you know, even though they were peers, they were inspired by them. So you got to go with Ghost and Ray. Ghost and Ray ain't nothing bigger than that. That's the beginning of tag team rap, that tag man rap where you come in and out. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say the beginning, but they solidified it. We can't argue with that. Ghost and Ray solidified that duo. When you see one, you expect to see the other. Second up will be, of course, Kiss and Styles. I mean, Punchline Kings. Just right in the pocket. I've never heard Jadakiss say a bad rhyme ever in my life. I don't believe. Never a trash rap. Styles never said a trash rap, but he's not Kiss, and Styles is nasty, but Kiss never a trash rap. So they're second. Mobb Deep is third on my list. Them my boys right there, but they're more. I don't really see them as I don't know. There's something else about Mobb Deep. When it comes to that tag team one punch, they're almost kind of like two separate entities brought together almost, even though they're a group. I don't know, I can't explain it, but they're third on the list. And the reason why I have Meth and Red at fourth, I never look. How High is one of my favorite songs from Meth and Red, and after that, it's not garbage material ever, but I don't know, them Blackout albums they wasn't commercial to me, but I don't know, it definitely wasn't. I don't know. They're fourth though. Up next, we got a picture I seen on Facebook. No, it might have been Instagram. This, I believe it's a Mezco Superman. Put a picture up, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I guess. But it looks like a Mezco Superman and on some clouds. And I've been meaning to get cotton, and people been doing this for years for smoke effects and cloudy, smoky effects. And I just want to do some experiment with that, man. Like I said, I'm still a novice in the toy photography game, but it's really not about who's the best or who's the worst to me, in my sense. It's about actually the fun and the satisfaction of when I take a picture, I'm looking like, man, that is awesome. And the beauty of these articulated toys to actually do that. But great Mezco Superman. This is right here from my Jada Toy Street Fighter group. It's I guess a situation set up where Chun-Li is on the bonus point stage where they be breaking down the Honda Accord on the docks, And looks like she got a hold of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime or whoever that is saying, no, stop. And she tore his ass up. I mean, there's fire coming out of him and everything. But that was a pretty funny picture because if you know the lore of Street Fighter, you know that bonus stage is something crazy in this world. Like, who the fuck breaks down a car with their feet? This one says, pick which side you would rather get for free as far as toys. And I believe the red pill has Jason Voorhees. I don't know which one that is. I believe that might be the Rob Zombie Jason Voorhees from NECA. A retro Spider-Man carded one. I believe that's maybe the cartoon Spidey. The Armadillo Wave Miles Morales, which is one of my favorite Spider-Mans from Marvel Legends. The Mayfax Wolverine. Some bullshit ass Mickey Mouse toy. And some stupid ass Batman toy. Okay? And they make sure they did this right too. They put just a little umph on there. And on the other side, you have another NECA Jason. Don't know which one it is. You have the black suit symbiote Marvel Legends retro card Spider-Man. Looks like a Sentinel, or I won't want to say Mayfax. Looks like a Sentinel Miles Morales Spider-Man. The new Wolverine retro animated series 97. Another stupid ass Mickey Mouse toy and another dumbass Batman toy. And with this, it's like when you first look at it, it's like, what am I really after here? But you're really after that Mayfax Wolverine or that Sentinel Miles Morales. And me, I'm still kicking myself in the ass for not getting that brown suit Mayfax Wolverine. So I gotta go with the red pill, baby. Larry Fishburne handed to me. Also, something else I've been wanting to talk about in community for the past couple of weeks is last night I was watching the Colorado versus Colorado State football game, and I've been wanting to talk about Coach Deion Prime Sanders. Man, what a great story. What a great story. And I just want to put this up. I'm saluting for this man. He's always been a champion. And the biggest thing about him right now is people just don't like his swag. And I want to say corporate America, I guess, doesn't like his swag. But he's unapologetically black. So what if he got jewelry on his neck? So what? So what? So what? You think he's trying to showboat? It feels good to be alive, baby. Like, why would you hate that? And then some stupid coach from Colorado State said he hates the way, I guess, he wears his hat and his sunglasses, talking about his mom told him when he talks to grown people that he takes off his hat and glasses. But when you're a grown man yourself, you can really do what the fuck you want to do. Fuck what everybody talking about. So just really stupid stuff. But they had a great game. Very close game last night. But Coach Prime pulled it out. He's 3-0. And just what a magnificent job he's been doing. I like how he went down to the HBCU. Kind of gave those programs a little bit bolster. Everybody think he's going to carry that on his shoulder. But what other, like Steve Wilkes from the Panthers, he should have went to a HBCU, man. Let's boost up our ranks. One man can't do it. It takes community. We have to pour back into our own community. Now he's out there in Colorado, and I lived in Denver, which is about 95% white people. So, hey, it is what it is. But he's taking his show on the road, and he's putting it out to the nation. And then for one thing, both his sons play for him. What a great story of a beautiful black man doing this thing out here. He's never really been caught up on nothing. I'm pretty sure he's crazy as hell. I know he had probably one episode where he's trying to end his life, throw himself off a bridge, but what I'm getting with that is when you at your fame, you got all this and that, it doesn't matter. You don't have to drink. You don't have to do alcohol or smoke or do drugs or whatever. The stuff can still get to you, man. But other than that, his record's been pretty clean, man. And so I don't know what the fuss is about, but I know what it's about. Salute to Coach Prime. Do your thing, baby. And then last on community, basically Monster Force. That's the only thing I've been interested in as far as toy-wise. And there's a fly flying around this motherfucker. If y'all see this shit flying by, I'm gonna catch it like Mr. Miyagi. What the fuck you doing, man? Get this motherfucker, man. Yes, but Monster Force looks great. They just came out with like a new kind of another zombie soldier. I'll have his name up there when I put the picture up there. I don't know this motherfucker name, but it looks good. And a line that I'm really anticipating on, I'm putting pre-orders on, which I took the first set of pre-orders off, but I'm ordering one. And that's that black looking soldier, looks like a Nazi or some shit with a long coat and has like the Nazi style helmet. I'm gonna order that and we're gonna see what it's about. $36, comes with a lot though, comes with a lot of paint, a lot of scope, a lot of accessories. I truly look like it's worth $36. Hard to army build on that number, but I'm gonna check it out and see what it's up, man. So Monster Force has me really intrigued. Can't wait to see what it looks like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another episode of
G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe.
And first up on G.I. Joe is seen a post that said Skystriker is available on Big Bad Toy Store. I was like, okay. It's cool. I already got Skystrikers, but I found that very interesting. So it was in the green light, but didn't see that the post was 22 hours before I seen it, and went to Big Bad Toy Store. $299. They're all sold out. So people were bitching and complaining for about $225 about a year and a half, 2 years ago on that, and for $299, somebody wanted them shits. What I did see was, I guess Big Bad Toy Store came in across somebody who sold them to them, or they had them in the cut. But it was only like $75 more, which is great. I mean, it still was a profit on their end. I'm pretty sure they bought in bulk, but I know they didn't have a lot. Who knows? They might have had 10 to 20. Who knows? They might have had 50 of these things. Who knows? But it got sold out quick. Let you know that people wanted that for whatever apparent reason. I already had mine, so I guess I really don't give a shit. They were on Big Bad Toy Store, but yeah, they're sold out. Here's a post that I seen on my Facebook. Don't know, I'm part of several G.I. Joe groups now, but Ram Cycle for $20 at Bargain Hunt. Another Bargain Hunt? Or is it a store called Bargain Hunt? Because I've heard of, like, is it Bargain Barn or something like that? Because I used to get jealous of that. Like, people getting jealous of Ollie's. And I guess they're all one and the same. And that's why I've told somebody before, I was like, if you don't have an Ollie's, I'm pretty sure there's some type of liquidator type store where you're from. They just have a different name. Like Hardee's and Carl Jr.'s on the West Coast. Same shit, just different names. Maybe not that in format, but wherever these Crimson Guards going, I'm pretty sure they're going somewhere else that's not an Ollie's, but just in that same format, man. But these Ram Cycles for $20, I would buy 10 more of those. Well, no, not 10 more, 5 more. 5 more. Yeah. Here's another picture that I seen on one of my G.I. Joe Facebook groups, and it's called the March of the Valkyries. And this is a great shot. I actually wanted to do this shot, but I don't know if you could frame it right with like 40 Cobra Troopers instead of like 10. Like just all walking simultaneously, but not with the same steps, but just in unison. I think that'll be a dope picture, and I'm gonna try to achieve that one day. But great picture, March of the Valkyries. I'm with that. Also, what I seen was a guy had a bunch of Recondos. I had said something about Recondo the other day that I got some for free, but with this Tiger Force line with Target and that first go around, like I said, they got off the pegs fast, and then they stayed on the pegs too. Towards the end, which wasn't a long span, we're talking about like a 3-month top span. Like these things went from hot to not, and they were just sitting up there, and you could get Recondo for free. I got 2 for free myself. And this guy looks like he has 10 or 12, which it's a great figure, man. It really is. It actually surprised me. But like I said, with this G.I. Joe line, everything that's going on, it seems like every place that they're at, they're back stocked. So it could be a really time to have in and have a great feast with G.I. Joe. It don't have to be at Walmart. It don't have to be at just fucking all around, man. Ollie's anywhere. Just eat, have at it. And that's a good thing. So rejoice when you can. Go in and eat. You gotta attack. This is a savage world. You gotta go in there. You gotta eat. You gotta get them. Get out there and get it, cause it's there for the plenty, and it will be too on all ends. Walmart from everywhere. Plenty of G.I. Joe backstocked, and you'll be able to get it. Also, I've been seeing like a few Easter eggs on G.I. Joe, which I don't know what the hell they are. But I also seen another guy put it up on his Facebook, and he was like, I wonder which Transformer this is. And it does look like a Decepticon symbol. A lot of times, if it wasn't for Facebook groups, I wouldn't be able to spot these things out. But people have been pointing out the Easter eggs, and it's fun to kind of see what's next. As far as me trying to figure out shit, I wouldn't know. I just kind of wait and see. But it's a cool thing that they're doing. I don't know why Hasbro plays like a lot of games. Like even with their post-cons, which you'll see this Friday, it'll be set up almost like if a child is watching this shit. And it's like, I know it's totally like everybody in this motherfucker is over 25 watching this. Like, why are we playing child's games with these hidden Easter eggs and shit? But it's cool, man. You have to take some joy out of life in some things, I guess. Also, I seen on my Facebook group is, I forgot about this, that Snow Job is actually an army builder. And everybody on the G.I. Joe show, when they go to those Arctic places, they have on those white Arctic suits. And a guy pretty much just did a pop and swap with heads. Don't know if these heads fit on there perfectly. I guess he didn't say, but it looks good. Everybody's in their parka and the snow pants with the skis and stuff. And you can just take Snow Job and repeatedly build him over and over again. Same thing with Torpedo. Do that. Put everybody in a wetsuit. Again, just a pop and swap with the head, because I believe everything is covered from his neck on down. Same thing with Grunt. And there's a couple of other people in G.I. Joe, which that's what G.I. Joe is really on their side. Their army builders are regular people. Even with Grunt supposed to be an army builder, he's really not an army builder. He's his own individual character within himself, which is pretty dope, man. But this snow job right here, and with the army build with that, I think that's pretty fire, man. You just, unfortunately, you have to buy a bunch of fucking $30 snow jobs and shit. No pun intended, buy a $30 snow job. It better be good. But you can definitely get it done with that, and I think that looks cool, even with Torpedo. Here's a post about on one of the Facebook groups about Parth Wolf Spider Varma, and I finally figure out why he has that like choppy, blocky name. He's Indian. He's from Asia, Indian, and I'm like, okay, makes sense now. I'm like, Parth Varma. I'm like, what is that? But it makes sense now. It makes sense now. It totally makes sense now. But somebody complained about Hasbro releasing things overseas first, and then it gets to the United States. But I don't know who has control over that. I don't know if somebody's actually taking those illegally out the factory. I mean, not everywhere is the United States of America, which we still like hell here. But you got to think in a third world country, they doing what they got to do to survive, baby. You get one of them figures off. Shit, that might be a meal for a month. Who knows, you know? So, hey, more power to them. Shit, steal more. But, yeah, it just opens up the market for something like this figure, which you know is going to be a regular release and ain't shit to it, to be like $100 plus, man. So, just a crazy thing, but I ain't going to be paying that shit. I'll wait. And I had that curry waiting for him, too. Come on, Parth. Also, I did a social experiment on my Facebook group in G.I. Joe, and I really didn't mean to do one this time, but basically what had happened is I did my new video. My man Skill Raiders sent me over something on Instagram showing me, I didn't know they were coming out with the Python Patrol Trouble Bubble, and like I said, he got the information from Laos, and I was gonna watch that episode, but I had fell asleep, so when he hit me, I'm like, oh wow, I was totally blindsided. But the afterthought, I'm not blindsided. I'm like, okay, makes sense. But I put it up, made my video, just how I felt about these, which we'll talk about them in a little bit. And I said, I did the title, Attack of the Repaints. Is G.I. Joe Python Patrol worth it? Blase blah, or is it a cash grab? Yeah. And I put it up on the Facebook groups. I usually don't put any videos up on there. And as soon as I put it up, 30 seconds in, I can't stand you collectors when you do this. Nobody put a gun to your head and made you buy it. And then I politely said back, yo, you might want to watch the video before you jump the gun. Not knowing, like, I'm totally for these fucking figures. I really like them. I think they look better than the last versions of the bad guys on the Python Patrol. So, and then just from there, it just start chiming in. Like, a lot of times I just put photos up on those sites and I get nothing. Maybe 2 or 3 likes, but soon as some fucking drama come or something for the people to latch onto, they will. It's not just Valorverse, it's G.I. Joe too. I turn the gun on my own fucking people to get your ass right. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. Like, I don't even want to say toxic community and shit, because I really don't care, because I really think a lot of this shit is weak as hell, and I really don't let it bother me like that. It doesn't, to be quite honest with you. But just crazy stuff, man. Like, dude, if he would have watched the video, he would have seen like, oh damn, he actually really loves this shit and likes this, you know, actual crop of figures that's been putting out. But you know, man, like, hey, to each his own. You got a right to speak your mind and shit. But with that social experiment, also, I just really want to kind of see something. Make a long story short, it never proves me wrong. Everybody, you all a bunch of assholes, and it will never ever be a way to satisfy anybody, man. So salute to you. Also, what I seen on G.I. Joe, just in general this week, is this Jeremy character. I guess a guy named Jeremy Denton put something up in a Facebook group when he complained about the Trouble Bubble and the different ethnic heads, and he used the phrase woke, which, look, ever since what is that movie that came out with the song Stay Woke with Childish Gambino? I forgot the name of this movie. Yeah, but ever since that came out, boy, corporate America just kind of took that and just kind of ran with it, man. Look, I'm black. I'm not saying to another black person, man, you woke, man. You woke, brother. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, man? If you really black in America, your ass never fell asleep with this shit, okay? You know what time it is. But everybody in the community jumped in his ass with him, and it would have been just a simple statement if he just didn't put that woke in. So everybody's wondering about this Jeremy situation. He used that word woke, which I said a couple of months ago. Klansmen are not wearing fucking like hooded. So bring back the hooded Cobra Commander, please. Can you do that? But they're not wearing like hoods, and they might be in the woods in the fucking dark somewhere. I don't know. Don't give a shit, really. They can stay there. But people who really have a problem with different race, you can't never hide that shit. You can be the nicest, sweetest person in the world and shit, but that shit gonna come out. You gonna say some fucked up shit. Cause I know, cause I've been around it. I've been around quote unquote white people be sitting up there and some shit slip out their damn mouth. Then I catch that eye contact with them and shit, and they know they fucked up. But I just let it ride, man. Not unless you get fucking crazy. Then that's another story. But it's never been a situation like that, because they're trying to keep that in wraps, but they let that shit slip out, because it's been a situation like in Denver where I've been sitting at a table with 10 white people and it's just me. We all laugh, having a good time, and somebody say some shit because they forgot I was there, because I blended in with them so well, just on some friendship shit, you know what I'm saying? Talking, not even saying blended in with them, but you know, conversations flowing, we going, and then they say some crazy, silly shit. So that's what happened with Mr. Jeremy, and that's why the whole community jumped in his ass about his trouble bubbles, and which is crazy when you think about it. I don't give a fuck if they were blue, yellow, and orange, motherfucker. It's different. Now I got 3 blue motherfuckers flying this shit. Now I got 3 orange motherfuckers flying this shit, or blue, orange, and red motherfucker. They all flying it. So don't know what the problem is, but he probably had a problem anyway from the giddy up. But let's leave off G.I. Joe as G.I. Joe with the Copperhead, Cobra Officer, and Trouble Bubble. I actually do like all of those repaints. I'm really feeling that fucking Copperhead. The more and more I look at it, that's why I'm glad when I sit on things for a couple of days and think about it, which I'm a man, I know how to make a decision on what I want and what I like, but when I sit and marinate for a couple of days, I reassure myself like, okay, yeah, I am feeling this. Feeling this Copperhead. I like it better than the original. I think it's dope. That black and red vest over those green and yellow, fire to me. With the yellow helmet, it's just different. I don't know why I like them. I like them. As far as the Cobra Officers, what this is, he comes off a little better. I like the last one, but with the more of the black base with the lime green hints popping out and the yellow, I think that's better. And the Trouble Bubble, I actually really like that too. I like the 10-inch smoked out dome on it this time. I like the graphics that's printed on there, and I like the yellow, black, and red. And I like the way I actually like the way the Televiper looks. I think this crop of Python Patrol is a lot better than the last crop of guys that came out. I think last time the G.I. Joe side was better with the Outbacks and your Gung Hos and the Recondo. I think all 3 of those figures was fire. And then on this end, this time, the Python Patrol has 3 fire figures, man. So I definitely will be putting my bid in. Matter of fact, I put 2 pre-orders in on that Trouble Bubble, which is $10 cheaper, and nobody knows fucking why. All right, this week we got weekly pickups. I know I look different from the rest of the video because it's me from the past, which I'll be filming the rest of the video in the future. But I wanted to go ahead and do weekly pickups because it kind of came on an odd day. It actually came after I did the last episode of Soapbox. But I got my pickups from Big Bad Toy Store. I got Bone Collector here. So I picked up a second Bone Collector. I got my first one. Well, I had my first one for a while, but I unboxed it maybe like a month or 2 ago on the channel here. So I picked up my Mint on Card Bone Collector. And speaking of Bone Collector, that is my favorite Valaverse figure as of now. Bone Collector is pretty fucking tough, so I definitely had to get a second of these. Also, what came in was my Fei Longs that I originally had. Around my birthday, about 2 months ago, I found Fei Long in Target, and once again I went to that Target again a couple of weeks ago, and they had a case of them there. It's the only time I ever seen Fei Long in a physical Target was at Target at Myrtle Beach, and also Ryu. Which, speaking of Ryu, I got my Mint on Card Ryu also, and I opened up. This is my Mint on Card Ryu, and I opened up the other one, which by this time, well, I probably won't have the review on him out, but I need to put Ryu on camera, try him out. But right now, I'm actually in the stages of just messing around with him. What's today? Thursday? Yeah. So I'll probably be filming this episode of Soapbox in the next day or so. So got both the Ryus, got my bone collector minimum card, and what else we got here that came in? This is probably one of my smallest Big Bad Toy Store pile of loops here. I only had like 5 or 6 figures. This figure I wish I would have got a double on. I am gonna get a double on, but I'm gonna break him out the package. Usually with my Mayfaxes, I usually get a double of my Mayfaxes, but had this in the pile loop for 90 days. Like all this stuff I've been ordered way back in like June of this year, but got my Mayfax Magneto. I'm already looking at it. It's probably gonna be my definitive Magneto. Everybody knows I love a fabric cape. The Marvel Legends ones are straight, but they'll never do a fabric cape, and they'll never do a fabric cape like Mayfax can do it. So I can't wait to unbox this, the Mayfax regular Magneto. I also have the Age of Apocalypse Magneto. Fun fact, that was the first video I ever did on my channel, was the Age of Apocalypse Mayfax Magneto. Like that figure, still love it to this day. And last but not least, what came through the door actually today, which made me go ahead and film this, was the Covert Operations Condor. And just a little backdrop, you know I did this for my man Spot, and paid for it about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't send off the confirm order till last Thursday. So between last Thursday and today is Thursday, September 14th. It took for a week for this figure to get here, which is pretty good. It's not a bad program if everything works out. How much I paid for that figure? $16, and with shipping it came up about 23 bucks. And 20 action points you need. So pretty decent program they running. And being that they pretty much giving it out for free, you don't get any special packaging or anything like that, which I can understand. I can understand. If I was bitching, moaning, complaining, I'd be like, well, why doesn't it get a regular box like anything else? Oh, they're being cheap. But I don't cry. I don't cry over bullshit, to be honest with you. So, Covert Ops Condor. This is the little box that he comes in. So you don't get a regular Valaverse box with this. So if you're wondering if you was a mint-on card collector and you wanted to save this for that, it's not going to be the deal in this situation. You get a white box, like a bar of soap, and he comes in a bag, like a bag of weed, just like an ounce. That's what he comes with. So I'll be putting this guy on ice. Spot, when Chuckles gets here, he'll have a buddy. So it'll be Philip and Condor. So like he comes with his regular stuff here, and he also comes with his stand. So they give you, oh, and he has his foul card, which is cool. Excuse me, which is cool. So basically add him to the foul card thing, which is cool. This foul card will probably be more of a collector item than his actual figure here. So, because it's already cut out and ready for you, man. So that's cool, man. And like I said, I ain't tripping on the box. He's gonna get opened up anyway. I thought about buying, not buying, but once I got some action points, getting another one. So if you're buying 2 of these to have mint on card, but you still can have mint on card in this box, just for somebody down the road if you want to resell it. But it's pretty cool. So this guy will be coming up. But yes, that is all for my weekly pickups. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Pretty decent haul. Alright, so we're going to get into the hot topic this week. And the hot topic is really just a random topic. It's just really kind of a line being thrown out there, and just see what in the comments, if you want to comment, what do you collect for? What do you collect for? Do you collect for playability? Do you collect for photography? Do you collect to actually resell? So what is the main focus of the collector? Shit, I don't know. All I can really speak for is what I collect for, and I know there'll probably be 1,000 people in my lane on that, and somebody else can say another thing and it'll be 1,000 in their lane on that. But my collecting is simply, it's more than nostalgia. It's actually the playability of these figures. And what do you mean by playability? Well, when I do my reviews now, that's like playing with my toys. Photography, if I put something on Instagram, and I'm a novice for a photographer, man, like, but I enjoy it. So that is the playability part of it and the articulation part of it. And then I'm looking at it now. If you see me gazing off in the distance, it's the art of it. Now I have all these shelves with just these rows of great characters. There's like thousands. I probably have about 2,000 action figures now, loose, standing up, ready to go. And there's not one I want to take off the shelf and throw in the garbage. Like, I'm done with that. The ones I did kind of sift out, they're in a box in the garage, and it's just one box out of all these. And it's probably because I have something updated that's a little bit better, or it was just like a purchase, like I don't know why the fuck I even brought this. Yeah. So, but it's not many though. It's not many out of thousands or hundreds. Shit, I don't know. I haven't even did a count, but I have a lot of action figures, and it's just beautiful, and that's what I collect for. And then I'm addicted too. I really say love and beauty on this channel, man. I really do mean it. I'm looking at all of these things, and they're just beautiful, man. I think they're beautiful pieces that'll last me for years, even if I stop collecting and more updated, more articulated bucks come out, and I just don't give a shit, because I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with what I'm seeing here. I'm happy with the variety that I got. And not only is it action figures, I have like cars, I have 10-inch pops, I have the regular pops, I have Migos dolls in here. I actually have fucking Barbie dolls, a few Barbie dolls that I brought, because just for the beauty of fucking action figures is what I'm about, my friends. I'm not about all the other dumb shit, man. Like, and if you're not in it for the beauty, I won't even say nothing. But that is the true essence of action figure collecting, the beauty of an action figure. And when I say the beauty, it could be paint, it could be sculpt, it could be way it moves, it could be the way you have it posed up, it could be just the art of it, the visual presence of the motherfucker. Beauty, that's what it is. The visual presence of a fucking action figure is what I'm into, and all these different things I named off is what I love, man. And even when it comes down to stuff that's not even toy aesthetic, let's say that Sega Genesis box, that Sega Genesis cartridge that you seen at the beginning of this episode, stuff like that. I have the Alpha Flight box from Amazon that I saved, the Hulk box. It's just the whole art of this, man. And it falls back to comic books too, because I have over 2,000 comic books, maybe more, in the corner there, man. So I am a natural collector. I've collected all my life. This latter part of my life, I've collected more seriously than ever before. And what can I say? It is all beautiful. But if anybody else is collecting for the things I've said, hey, that is totally on you. If you're collecting to flip, because I fell into that too. Oh, let me just buy another one of this. Maybe I'll do a little later on. I'm very transparent. I don't give a shit. I got a garage full of men on card shit right now that someone might keep, and some of that shit I'm gonna make an eBay store and offload it, man, and just get rid of it. But I fell into all of it along the way, but it originally and still is for the love and beauty of action figures, and that's what I collect for, and the playability. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I've been about burnt my damn camera up, running my mouth in here with you guys this week, man. It keeps shutting off on me. So that concludes the Savage Land Soapbox this week. I'm glad you guys came out with me again for another week. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. If you can, tap into my Instagram at Geppetto910, all lowercase letters. And with that being said, we do this for love and beauty, beautiful action figures. And until the next time, God bless.